Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome to Branch Simulator, the DLC, the Southwest expansion. I have been doing a live stream on this and this is the result so far, but there are a couple of things that maybe people who don't watch live streams might want to know. The first being how to get some really quick money, like good money, relatively early in the game. There is more than one way, but the way I'm going to show you today has to do with the treasure map. And this is something that you kind of either stumble across or you find out from someone like me. So we are going to do that. Let's get stuck in. So assuming you started with the cheapest farm and we go to the map, we're up over here. This is the early start cheapest farm. And from here, we're going to head to a little ghost town, which I believe is in that little spot over there. There are 3 buildings. And that's where this little adventure starts. And because most of you won't have a big vehicle, I'm going to take a small one with and hope that this works. All right, full of gas. And we're going to head out of our farm onto our little farm road. And when we get to the main road, I think we're going to turn right. And this is where we are. We turn right and you can see the buildings off in the distance over there. Now you do need to be a little bit careful because there are some predatory animals. Whoops. So be aware of that. There are, I think there are a couple of mountain lions in this area. So we're going to come to this building. This is the post office building. And we're going to come around the back of the post office building. And I'm just going to reverse up to those broken steps. A little bit closer. There we go. All right, so before we go, let's just have a look at the rest of the places. There are a couple of buildings. There's the sheriff's office. There's this building. There's nothing going on over here. And this is the post office, trading store, and the tobacco shop. So we come around to the back of this building, hop up on our vehicle, climb up onto the stairs, and we just basically climb up onto the roof. And here we'll find some dude who didn't quite make it. And there's a letter to read. I'm not going to read through all of this, but basically it's a outlaw gang and they've stolen some stuff, and it's a bit of a confession letter to the sheriff and also a location to say where their stuff is hidden. So this is the map. If we pick it up, we can see 3 locations marked. All right, so if we put this down, remember the little, you can't see a cursor, but there's a little peak in the middle. So if we have a look, there's the peak. There's also a mark over on this one. If we have another look at the map. So that's the cross on the right. It shows something over in that area. And then there is another marker down on that side, which is somewhere in that general direction, which is pretty much south of us. So we've got that information. We can't take the map with us. So we're going to jump down and I'm going to just head back to the farm and get my vehicle so that I don't waste Sparks' fuel. Spark is the person who is playing the live stream with me, one of the people, and this is her car. Oh, so we're here. I'll pick up my vehicle and we are going to head south. But first, I think I need to do a little bit of refueling. So we'll just plug that in there. And that is it refueled and drop it in there. But we are ready. So off we go. So we're turning sort of to the south and we're going to go off-road a little bit out in that area. All right, I'm going off-road over here. If we have a look at the map, we're going in this direction first. Okay, so we're going to head down. There's a little canyon valley type thing just over this ridge. And we're going to head down into this valley. And keeping an eye on things, we will see a broken down little wagon with its wheels off. Now at this location you will find a saddle. I've already picked that saddle up, but this is the first location on the treasure map. Alright, so that is, if we have a look at the map, we're exactly in this position. So next up we are going to travel to this side and we're going to go to the second location. Right, so for reference, I've come back to the entrance to my farm, or my ranch. There is my ranch. We're coming out. We're going to turn right, and we're going to head out on this road. We'll hit a T junction right here, and we will turn left. If I can stay on the road, and we're going to head out towards that little mountain for our first stop. You're going to get to a T-junction where you could go that way, but this is not the place that we want to go. We're going to turn right over here, and then we're going to turn left onto the next short piece. And I will just pop into the map once I've made this turn, and I'll show you where that is. So right over here, we've come from our farm, we've come straight along this road, we hit a right, we've hit a left, and now we are going to this area. We're going to go just around the first couple of little bends, and then just after this bend we're going to stop over here. Now you don't have a marker on the map for your vehicle, so always park it where you can find it. Alright, we're going to hop out, have a look at the map, make sure I'm sort of in the right place, and I think if I head straight up here, we should be able to find what we're looking for. Now, this is a bit of a tricky one to find, because it's in a bit of a hole. It did take me a very long time to find this. People were giving me pointers to send me in the right direction. Alright, well, there's a storm, so I'll be back once this is passed. Right, this is not the easiest one to find, but okay, we're at the road, and we're on a little sort of plateau, and there's another plateau going up here, and if you run up here, you will find it. And it's a coffin. And in this coffin, or in the skeleton's hand, you will see a gun. That will give you a nice skin for your handgun. And if you look around there was another skin lying around here, but I have picked them up. And if I look at my handgun, it looks pretty sweet. Go into first person view, and if I press reload, you can get a better idea of what it looks like. It's pretty nice looking. You go into first person view by holding down V. Anyway, so that's the second one. The third one, we are heading over in that direction to that peak. But before I leave, I should probably show you on the map exactly where this is. And that is where it is. Okay, not easy to find, but once you know where to look, it's not too bad. I don't think there are any plateaus higher than this, except, you know, little bits on the side of the mountain. Go to the top plateau and it's on this end. It is not easy to see from any angle until you literally run into it. So bear that in mind. Right, let's head over to the next one, and this is the big one. Now it looks like things are getting a little bit misty. That could complicate our life a little bit. So what I may do is just wait until the mist is cleared. But we are basically following the same road, and we're going to pull up next to that mountain. And of course now it's getting dark. It is misty and it's dark. Perhaps I will sleep and come back in the morning. It's morning, we're back, and the weather's clear, so we're going to head up. Basically, we want to get up there to that little level, but this can also be just a little bit tricky. So we're going to come around this rock, and if we have a look at the map, currently that is where we are. So we're just going to run up this way, and then we're going to look for this little rock over here. This is our starting point. It is very tricky to get up here. There's a specific path that you need to take, and this is the rock that you need to get onto first. And then you can just follow this up. And yeah, there are places that you're going to need to jump to get on the rocks. And I need to remind myself of the route. No. So we're going to basically double back from where we started. Head up here. Climb up rocks all over the place. As you can see, it is pretty fiddly, and now I've got to try and remember the correct route. And up this way, and jump up on this rock, and this is the final sort of ramp up to the top. And then we get into this area. Nice little plateau, and right in front of us is this box. It's a little, with a little grave in front of it. We can open the chest, and inside, this apparently does respawn. And if we pick that up, this is the best start you're going to get to your game, because this gives us $5,000. And that is huge. And you can obviously do it with your original vehicle, so if you want a really, really good start, that's how you get it. And if I go and stand right on it and go to the map, this is exactly where we are. It gets a little bit grainy when you zoom in, but yep, that is where we are. So there are obviously other ways of making money early on, none that profitable, but we can do quests, and I will cover those in a separate video, probably the next video in this series that's going to come out. But there you go, $5,000, and you should be pretty well set. And by the way, you don't take fall damage, so you can go completely nuts. But that is where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if it helped you at all. And if you do enjoy live streams, I have gone a little bit ape. First live stream on this DLC is 10.5 hours. So I just got hooked and the time just went away. But yeah, I'm gonna do more of these videos if you prefer the video content. And we'll cover things like where to get the bees and how to finish a number of the quests and how greenhouses work and so on. But thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!